Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 5-digit United States Cup 2026. I am your commentator on the booth with Spike right here in the round of 16 Major League. Up in the winners bracket, we got a very, very special match. It's New York versus Ohio, seed 1 versus seed 16. And especially when we're in the winners bracket of side of things, this is still that chance to try and kind of get into that top 12 position, into that top 6 position when you get into the quarterfinals, semifinals. But right now, let's focus on the round of 16. It's Ohio versus New York, with New York starting off with very dominant performance against Tennessee, 5-1 win against them, and then Ohio just stringing it out on that 5-3 win against Virginia. So both of these teams are not invincible. New York does show a little bit of sloppiness in that round of 32, but with a little bit of high SR, it does tend to kind of show that maybe there's something for New York to slip on.
Getting into the bans here, Ohio first ban is going to be Nomad 1, and now we wait for New York's 2 bans, as this is ABBA. And oh my god, that's a huge block in the stream announce channel. Yeah, 5 matches at once. That is not fun.
Yeah, gotta pull up the what's it called, like the block, the multi-streams up. We deadass have 5 streams going on right now for 5USC.
Yes.
We said that we're gonna stream all the matches. I'm coming in here a little bit impromptly, off a little bit of information, but it's fine.
We're 1 away from using the dreaded F channel.
We haven't even gotten to like 6 matches in at the same time. 5 matches at the same time, not the 6. But yeah, we're just speaking of the bans with the ABBA, or was it ABAB?
ABBA.
Yeah, so with ABBA, we already see the 2 new bans from New York, Flex and at DT3. So I believe most of the speed maps kind of like withered away from the map pool. Number 1, Hidden 1, Consistency, Ohio, kind of banning out the consistency off of New York. And I believe New York's one of those teams that have really, really good aim goats. I mean, Kilo, I believe on New York, is probably one of the best aim players currently in the tournament. And such as like another bit of they got mechanics, a lot of returning A-team players, or just like more as well. So loads of experience on New York, Ohio. A huge wall to climb in this one.
Understandable to ban that flex slot. That is more of a FC or die kind of map. It's incredibly easy. It's even for an anti-mod. It's so pretty much it's more RNG based in a sense, you know?
Yeah, it's a little RNG in a sense, especially with how low SR in recent history for 5-digit tournaments have been very, very sporadic and unstable. Because considering that if you guys have been recent in the 5-digit tournament community for the United States, we have recently almost closed the A's 3. Still 1 more match happening on that Monday. That seeds 1, 2, 3, 4 until 6 seed are all gone, and none of them are in the grand finals. So kind of just shows how low SR kind of just screws around with the bracket early rounds of the stage. And especially with the skill inflation with everybody, that's going to be a given. But Nomad 4, we're going straight into tech. We love a little Citrus map going into our first map here.
Full tech slot here. Nothing too crazy here. It's more like slider tech focus, like they're cheesable, nice and cheesable pretty easily. So it's really going to depend on how locked in both of these teams are.
Look at the shenanigans that's happened on each stream. The caster James on locking in. There's some crazy stuff happening in each stream. So funny. Speaking of the teams we have, if you want to take a look at the roster in New York, you got, I don't know, Tatsuyama. I believe that is Shade.
Yes.
Recent history. Gieg, Bruv, J. I don't know how to pronounce Steven. Oh yeah, Steven is in here. Kilo. Okay, New York. More from New York, and we got on the side of Ohio. Spectre. Ilya. STH.
I don't think Moore is here.
No, Moore's
Actually,
not here. Actually, no. Yeah, I know that Moore's not here. I literally just called him while he's in China.
he's pulling a Tarragon right now.
It's okay. He has a goated team to help him carry himself. So on the side of Ohio, we got Spectre, Ilya, SCH531, Lukewarm, Sweet Fizz, Yemen Old 1, and Uncle numbers. What do you think about this Nomad 4 that everyone should look out for, Spike?
So far, nothing went nothing went completely wrong so far. Everyone's still above over 98% accuracy, and as I say that, Brudge goes just under, but coming back. Slight edge to Ohio as they have caught more slider ends.
Yeah, a couple of drops in the slider ends does give a little bit of an edge to Ohio, but currently the 6-star tech map kind of showing the consistency requirements from everybody in these low SR stages, and that is still 6 FCs on the board, but that's going to be a first break on Lukewarm, Sweet Fizz. Unfortunate break down right in the middle of the map, so the score cap is going to be kind of huge. I think the bit of the flow catches him off. Yeah, going to follow Sweet, and that's going to be a 70k lead right now for New York, but I believe the combo advantage now in the hands of Ohio with that little bit of later break from Gieg. So right now, Ohio in the driver's seat. The lead is in the side of New York, but this could change drastically in a couple of minutes.
In the meantime, SCH has had a huge act drop down to 97% accuracy. So not even the act advantage is in Ohio's favor.
The accuracy might pay a little bit of consequences for Ohio here. Everyone hits that slider stream. The acceleration packs off Gieg's combo. And now it's on the side of Ohio. It is a pick from Ohio, so it's not that bad if they don't lose it, but it's going to be a break traded from Lukewarm. And that was a 50k lead
no
for the extend.
On the side of Ohio.
It's all gone.
Everyone's gone.
Everyone
but it's
just
not gonna matter. There's not much time left. It's literally the last section. And right off the bat, that's a break point for New York.
That's a break point immediately and expected from the seed first. New York with Kilo almost at that S rank, but only 800k. Basically, everybody dropping out of that last end of the map. Just down to a couple of more combos that were held from Bruv J, and Kilo helped push that edge for New York to get that break point. Ilya, unfortunately, slider break on basically nothing. STH 531 especially, or with another unfortunate miss. It just comes down to whoever's able to hold the most combo in those sections, and that just proves why New York is one of the best teams in this tournament. Anyways, number 4 kind of finished up. And now New York with a pick of their own. They could go pick into any kind of skill set they can go into. Nomad 1, Hidden 1 was banned from Ohio, kind of getting rid of that consistency, but you still have that Hard Work 1. You still have the DT1, Reading, another ability that can take into Hidden 2 as well, but it is going to be an easy map straight off the bat. We're going to see some beautiful easy mod already in this best of 11 matchup.
This is more of a memory focused type of easy, unlike compared to the round of 32 one, and like compared to the qualifiers easy, this is way more memory focused. Like at least with the quals, you could be able to read it at least pretty okay. Personally, in my experience, this took a lot more memorization. But in the end, I didn't even play it. It got banned.
Got banned.
The story of my life.
It's over. What even happened, bro? Can't even.
What happened?
Can't even play the game.
Ooh.
I believe the reading rosters are in. Kind of Bruv J is kind of that all-rounder for the New York team. Kind of be that perma lobby. And Ohio kind of has that same kind of situation with Luke and Ilya. Nomad 4, and it kind of translates to a little bit of more players that are able to play these gimmick maps. But with the combo multiplier that Easy has, it does tend to have a lot of more effort trying to grab the combo and trying to grab your score pretty high up, since we're at that 500k cap here.
100k, take it or leave it. Yeah, to be fair, this map is pretty punishing if you happen to get a misread. Very easy to chain miss on this. You just lose your focus and you just end up missing a lot more than you bargained for.
Let's see if anyone's going to drop a lot of combo here. You talk about the less memory aspect of this Easy 1. There's a little bit of kind of those back and forth stacks, I'd say, but the Easy kind of aspect with these maps are just like generally like, can you read the low AR, can you read the density? But all these players pretty comfortable in these beginning sections. And so we got these key eyes up and running. Definitely gonna find some combo drops, probably some accuracy drops from a lot of these players. But the accuracy is every single person except for Ilya is on that SS from Ohio. So the Easy might be very, very scary now for New York.
Now we get into the first of one of those memory patterns that I mentioned earlier. Not exactly the most sight readable here. But Lukewarm Sweetpits is going to find another break, so that lead's going to keep crawling over to New York. Everyone else is still FCing. Yemen's still with the SS. Steven, I believe, with the 1-100. And now we go into the back and forths here. And now I think around this part is where they throw in a little bit of triples. Or wait, that's the next section, my fault. Yeah, so pretty much the same as the beginning in this section. So far, no one falling to the free section. And the lead just keeps crawling over to New York. Patience. And now we're at the purples here. This is the part that I was talking about. Really easy to chain miss on this, but no one falls victim to it. Ilya finding a break earlier.
Ilya break kind of alters things a lot. I mean, 200k score lead in an easy map, that's already a lot. That's pretty much a 400k lead if that was played with no mod, but
Brudge's gonna find a break now, but it's not gonna matter. This is pretty much already pretty solidified in New York's favor. Remember, this is a 0.5x multiplier, so it's not as easy to come back to a 200k. It's basically 400k at that point. Steven, pristine accuracy right there. 99.9. And might be seeing the FCs and Ilya finding a chain miss, but that's going to do it. That's a breakpoint consolidated for New York. Even if Geek drops the FC, they're just carrying this back home. And it's just a spinner. You cannot spend 400k. Ilya disconnected? What?
Oh no, the crash out.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Even break.
no, the match already The match already finished.
They're already dead, bro.
No, the map finished. It's just Banto's just so slow. They already
What's
left the
going on this
lobby.
weekend?
Anyways, that's definitely a New York win. And the MP
Yeah.
link, it definitely shows a win for New York there. I think Steven FC.
Yeah,
but...
Steven, 2-100s FC. Incredible. Yemen also with the 2-100s FC. Pretty good scores. And now we await Ohio's next pick. And they go into the Hard Rock 3. They're gonna go gambling here. Love me some gambling. High CS. How else do I describe this? It's just RNG, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. High CS RNG. A bit of tech here and there. But that's... This is just a consistency test. Like, can you hold on for that one certain section? Very short.
Typically call it
also,
RNG.
So very low chance of recovery.
I think especially with this Hard Rock 3, when you have these all the players.
Yes.
Not the RNG is not going to be a huge aspect because, of course, you're going to look at the map pool. Of course, you're going to be able to kind of like understand these patterns. And when you're in these kind of winners bracket stages, yes, those parts may seem RNG, but at least have a little bit of understanding in those parts. And I can believe the rosters. I mean, Steven, of course, going to be in for the Hard Rock. This man also kind of Parmalov's Kilo back at it again for the Hard Rock. Kind of that main aim player as well as the kind of Hard Rock DT areas, especially. I also got STH that has been pretty much in for those tech / mech maps that we've been seeing. The Spectre and Uncle Numbers making their kind of first appearances in these normal maps apart from the easy that we see.
So apparently we needed the East stream for nothing because one of the matches forfeited. Speaking of D streams, there's going to be another one at 1 UTC about 2 3/4 minutes from now. Hours, not minutes, hours. My fault. And we're going to get into this. Hard Rock 3. Pray to RNGesus.
Speed map's kind of fun. Especially the World Cup version of this, very, very good stuff. But
now we break it down. No one falling victim yet. Ohio has that ACK advantage. New York, 93% accuracy, going with that combo game route. But it's all going to come down to who breaks here. Because after the huge diff spike, the rest of the map is pretty much free. Now we get into another awkward section here. And New York and Giga are going to find the break, traded by STH. Still 2 FCs to 1 here. It's going to be in Ohio's favor. And now it all depends on who holds on for longer. It's just Steven on that long combo, 92% accuracy compared to the 97 and 95 on Spectre and Uncle Numbers respectively. Everyone else in shambles here. Unsurprising to see a few B ranks. New York and Geeks still have an S rank somehow. And it's in Ohio, it's going straight to Ohio now. 370k advantage. That's going to be a very difficult task to take it back, especially considering how bad the accuracies are. Both of Ohio's FCs need a break now. There's a start. Uncle Numbers does find the break, but Spectre is still finding the FC there. And there's not enough time here. Ohio's going to be taking this point back. finally getting onto the board here after messing up that breakpoint at the start. And Spectre doesn't get the FC. Still really good AC though, 97.8, I think, from what I saw. 97.9 actually. Yeah, really good AC. That's I believe a higher score than most of the FCs that we've seen thus far. And now we wait for New York's response to that. You could be seeing basically anything here. We could be seeing the aim picks.
Still gotta wait for the consolidation to be able to get a lead on this. New York still have that breakpoint advantage, so still kind of in their floating boat right now. Ohio just kind of trying to crawl back into that cruising station where they try and get this tied up, where no breakpoint advantages are had. But that easy map that they did play did have a really kind of close match at the very end. I mean, there was a couple of more combos just on the side of New York. You did still have a couple of players on Ohio that had combo, that had a little bit more longevity in the later half of that map. But especially on reading, I think it's still kind of scary, but the low SR does show the consistency requirement from all of these players. I think New York has the scheme, the hard rock, the speed might be a little bit scary. That DT2, the DTs might have a little bit scary territory for Ohio, or excuse me, New York here. So maybe going into the aim picks, hard rock 1 might be very good, as you do have your absolute massive aim players for that kind of map there.
I would like to mention that Ohio does have some pretty good low SR here. 2 of them are pretty well-established leaderboard farmers. But New York just has much better depth than Ohio, so that does make the difference here. And they pick Nomad 3, more swing-oriented alts here.
A little bit of a little swing, a little bit of snappiness to the aim. I think 6 stars does not kind of like complement how much more difficult this map is, but especially with the new SR changes, what is map pooling anymore, bro? All of the tapping maps that are 6.5,
the hidden 2s are in shambles.
The hidden 2s are in shambles. Everything is in shambles.
Kigurumi's now 7.3 stars with hidden. It's over. I can finally get PP from reading.
Oh yeah, I just saw a couple of maps in Resurrection Cup that was like 5.58 R. I mean, like that went from like 6.4 stars to 7.56, bro. The reading buff low-key kind of got me interested in learning reading more.
Earlier today, I got my first easy 400. I was not thinking it'd be that easy. We get into the good luck, have funs. Ayana Tateyama finally stepping in, mostly known for this combo game type of map here. We might be seeing some crazy breaks here. It's not a surprise. Like, these certain aim sections on some spots, I don't know how to describe them, but like they're very easy to miss on. And no FCs for New York, not right off the bat. Oh, never mind. Broj was Bancho. Of course it is. When isn't it Bancho? The lead's going to go straight to Ohio, simply due to the fact that they kept their FCs through that beginning section, but that could change at any moment, basically. And these right here are what I'm talking about. Someone's gonna miss on these, and as I say that, Broj does find a miss. It's just Steven on that recovery combo against the 3 FCs in Ohio from Ilya, STH, and Uncle numbers. So only time will tell. This map is pretty long at 3.5 minutes.
A little bit of combo is unfortunately not there for New York, so not going to be the end of the day. This map is pretty long, 3 minutes and 33 seconds, so any breaks in this key eyes could mean a lot of score cap now. Ohio with the 3FC still doing huge numbers, and you can see the swing. You can see how alternate these patterns can be with the close 1-2s into the little bit of further 1-2s. Broad J breaks on basically nothing before that key eye, I believe.
I said
Maybe it's
that
a
would
ban show.
happen.
Oh, that was a ban show. It was a lie. Ban show is trolling everybody. And that is still the one reverse choke on Steven. I don't know, Tateyama still on that reverse choke as well. And the recovery coming from Broad J. So they're still in it. New York still have a chance. But Ohio is not breaking at all. And there's still 2 breaks happening on New York. A full wipe on New York. And Ohio might just steal
Broad J
away
had a
the
Bancho break. But it's still not going to matter. Uncle Numbers also had a Bancho break. And once again, the accuracies are making the difference here. Everyone... 2 of the people on Ohio, Uncle Numbers and Ilya, have over 98% accuracy, STH on 97. And meanwhile, I don't know, and Brudge both have just under 96, and Steven at 97.5. And again, all of Ohio's players still have FCs. Unless we see a full breakdown, we could be seeing a breakpoint on Ohio.
Still a lot of time left, but these very, very free combos just increasing that Ohio score lead.
That free combo could turn the other way, though.
It's not. It's still the 3 FCs. I mean, that's just all the way to Ohio's side. You can't do anything if you're in New York right now. And I basically down a quarter of the map. You just need a full 3 wipe right there. The doubles are going to catch SDH off guard, but Brudge is going to trade that. And that's the huge combo from New York gone. That's 2 FC still in the pockets of Ohio, down to 1. But what can you do? There's nothing you can do as New York. That is definitely the break point in the
difference here.
market.
And Ilya finds a break, but it's... Oh, that was a Bancho break again. Yeah, 800k going into 800k. Uncle Numbers finally breaking, but it's not gonna matter. That's a break point for Ohio, tying up this match. And yeah, that's basic. What can you do at this point? Ilya 98% AC, really nice. Probably gonna be one of the best scores of the weekend here. Oh, and he did an FC. Any spinners in the audience? Steven not spinning. Pretty good spinners. 26k from Ilya.
And New York already showing huge early showings from those first 2 maps and the steal on that map, that on the first map that we just had. But now 3 maps later, 4 maps later, we are now at a tie at 2-2, and now we are just become a best of 7 matchup with 3 maps left to pick for each team apiece. And these bans might show.
Actually, best of 11. It's best of 11. First to 6, best of 11. That's what it is. No, it's best of 11. CBO 11.
No, I'm saying it's a best of 7 now because.
Oh. My fault. My fault.
It's okay. It's okay.
I did not catch that. I'm slow. Please forgive me.
We're all good here. Hard Rock 2, that's a pick from, I believe, Ohio. That's going straight into one of the more precision maps that we have in the pool. I believe Nomad 5 is banned. Or no, Nomad 5 is not banned.
Yeah, kind of similar to Nomad 3 here. It's alt focused, pretty much the same. But it's very short in comparison, but it is precision, like you said. So anything could happen again here. We'll probably be seeing a New York Kilo on this, as well as Geeg and maybe Ayana. This is the kind of map that Ayana would be pretty good at here.
Anyways, with the alt, a little bit RNG is what people call precision, but I believe New York still has that kind of precision given in their pocket. Ohio picking this makes a lot of sense because their roster is still very filled with those precision players. I mean, Spectre, Luke, and SDH might be some of those players that are kind of in it for the Ohio team.
We're going to be seeing Ilya Hardrock here. Yeah, here the roster's likely. We're seeing the good looks in the chat. It's going to be a New York Steven and Ayana Tateyama versus Ilya Lukewarm Sweepers and STH531. Here we go. 2 minutes long, CS 6.5, AR 10, OD HP 9.8. HP doesn't matter. Who cares about that, you know?
Yeah, it's weird to see the OD not at 10 for a Hard Rock 2 here.
Steven finding a break right off the bat.
Still early break. Won't matter that much. It's a 2-minute map, so it might matter a little bit. The shorter the map, a lot more combo, or excuse me, the less the combo that you need to grab a huge score multiplier. And Ilya is going to find the first set of breaks for Ohio. It's going to be a 2-minute map, so already 30 seconds down the drain. And I believe the accuracies might be a little bit faltery for New York. There is 298% on the side of Ohio, so the accuracy might play dividends in the very end of things, but still 2 very big combos for Ohio, but it is 3 now recovery for New York.
Lukewarm Sweepers does find a break here, so it's going to come back to the side of New York, but they still need the combos to hold on, and Ayana Tateyama finds a trade not long after, but Steven still has a recovery combo, and New York on the FC. STH has that FC. We're in the halfway point of the map. Anything could happen here, really. It just depends on who breaks first. Or if the ACK drops are really that bad for Ohio, but STH is going to find a break. Ilya 91% accuracy, combo gaming. Kilo finds a break though, traded out. It's just Steven versus Ilya, but that accuracy is just not gonna help things too much.
Ilya broke. And that might as well be the map. That's gonna be traded.
Hold on. It could happen if Steven breaks.
No, that's
Ilya broke.
Too much map. There's not any combo on the board for Ohio, and there's recovery combos for New York and Ayano Tateyama. Not nearly enough combo at the very end of this map because of the slider densities and the combo densities, but Steven, early break in the beginning of the map. We love our first misses in the early bits of the map strategy because that is a nice score.
This is why he's AIDS grand finalist.
This is why he's in the winner's bracket.
And that's another breakpoint for New York. Ohio failing to consolidate that breakpoint from Nomad 3. So it comes down to, what does New York pick next? Are we going to be seeing another 10 billion breakpoints to tiebreaker thing? Combo Gamers Gur, if you can't beat the heat, don't jump in the oven. I think that's how that saying goes.
Combo Gamers. Fortunately, that's how it works. These tournaments score V2. If you were playing on laser, that wouldn't matter that much. Your accuracy would have carried you a lot more on laser scoring, but if you're unstable.
Boo, laser scoring. Yes, boo. I want my combo. Get out of here.
Did we just boo? Did we just boo laser scoring?
Yes. They made Flashlight worth less than DT. But we're going to be seeing the Force mod here. Banger map. More TB length. Basically a second tiebreaker at this point. Except you have to carry a mod for Those of you unaware, it's forced mod and not a free mod. So you have to take a mod.
Very, very good map here. Today is the day. And today is the day that we're going to play the map.
Today is the day of Sky getting yet another headache.
Oh my goodness. What?
We could be seeing the easy here on Steven. That would be awesome. They were trying to convince me to do it, but I just didn't want to. I said no.
You didn't want the 2.4 score multiplier, bro?
That was not worth it, man.
Sounds worth it, bro.
I'm a memory type of player, so I was not going to spend all that time doing it. If you put on flashlight, I'll match you on easy. Truth.
That sounds like a good trade-off. Put it on.
That's a good-ass trade. I'm gonna be seeing the good lucks here. We'll probably be seeing New York and Geek on the Hard Rock, Ilya on the Hidden, Lukewarm or STH on the Hard Rock. One or the other on the Hidden, probably. Maybe Hidden Hard Rock for Sweetfizz. And Steven, only one way to find out. It is the easy. Let's go!
Oh my god.
We're seeing the easy. Finally. At long last. He dared do what I was coward at. I mean, then again, you had 2 weeks to practice this, so may as well take the advantage while it's still hot. Just strike the iron while it's still hot. That's how it goes. But yeah, as I predicted, Lukewarm Sweetfizz on the Hidden Hard Rock and STH on the Hidden alongside Ilya. Geek on the Hidden and New York on the Hard Rock. And of course the easy on Steven. So good, man. So far, no breaks going on. Just the ACK advantage. Slightly even here. The easy multiplier is already baked into the overlay, I believe. So
yeah,
don't worry, it's not in New York's favor by a long shot.
So right now, if Easy was basically a no mod, it would just show the exact score again that we're seeing the score lead. The 2.4 multiplier hasn't taken huge effect right now just because everyone is basically just double the Easy score. But into a little bit of these build-up sections. Now into the Ki. Let's see the burst. Let's see who's going to break on these very, very fast aim sections with the kick sliders. And everyone hits this kind of entry section to the Ki, but now into the aim. Kilo's breaking. A little bit of shake there. And Steven, that's the easy gone. And still the 3 FCs on the side of Ohio make that 2 with Luke's break there. And it's basically even down the middle with the combo. Never mind, it's a Bancho on Steven. So the lead is so in the side on New York right now. The Hard Rock Hidden not going to be on the FC anymore. New York did find a little bit of an earlier break too. So that is actually going to be kind of a huge score cap. Look, once again, finding another break, and the easy is still on the FC. This man still needs to get through all the kick sliders. Yeah, going to find a break on the Hidden. Steven drops as well, and all the combos that New York had are all disappearing right in front of your eyes. Ohio with the 2 FCs still intact on both Hiddens. Maybe the easy was just a gamble that you didn't want to take, and it looks like it isn't going to work as the 2 FCs, 500k each, going to continue rising that lead into absolute clouds. Okay.
All right,
bro.
I got water,
Okay,
and
bro.
oh my god, it's in Ohio's
Okay,
favor.
bro. Okay, bro. Okay. All right.
I hit my foot on the
what
wall.
was that, bro? What was that break? What was that break state? STH.
Oh, damn. Ilya needs to break now for New York to have an advantage of consolidating the break point. Gig finding another break, and I think that just does it. And New York finds a break. Yeah, that's just about gonna do it. Even with the easy multiplier on Steven, I don't think this is gonna have any change here. Ilya closing out this FC here. 99% accuracy, really good. And oh, come on, man. Right at the end. Really? At the end, dude?
Bro, what are we doing? Bro, what are we doing? Oh, okay.
What are we doing?
Bro, the STH broke on nothing. I think it got slow slided, and Ilya broke on the like. Hey, I mean, at least you won the map, guys. There's an S rank on the board from SDH. That's an easy S rank on Steven.
Remove
with another
wow.
Remove sliders. Yeah, that map has a lot of sliders.
That is an S rank. That is a crazy S rank from Steven.
That's a
about 600 something thousand. Yeah, it's more than gig for sure.
It's like maybe it's like 700k. That's 2.4.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Still respectable scores for everyone, especially Ilya. Missing at the very end there, unfortunately.
And welcome to the average tournament experience, where we are 40 minutes into this match and we've only played 6 maps. Now down to a best of 5 with the DT4 coming out very, very quickly from Ohio here. And yeah, we're going to alt now. It's going to be a very, very good it's alt tech, which whatever you want to call it. 10.1 AR, so above that 10
nothing
AR
crazy.
threshold. A little bit of high AR that people gotta read.
10.1, nothing too crazy, honestly. Surprisingly, we haven't gotten into too much tapping here. This is the first DT, but it's more alty. The past 4 maps have been alt now. It was Nomad 3, then Hard Rock 2, then Nomad, the Force mod, and now DT4. Are we going to be seeing another breakpoint? Is that what this is, basically? All this cursed with breakpoint central.
The 9.1 AR, oh, excuse me, not AR, OD 9.1. Gonna make the accuracy a little bit easier. I've seen a couple of these maps with the equivalent of that 10 OD, but since that 9.1 OD is on the board, it's gonna be slightly easier to act. But I think when you talk about the sliders, I think when you talk about the tech aspect of this map, it's gonna be kind of difficult to kind of hold that accuracy. I think the 5.71 stars of this map this map is not complement the fact of how hard
these sliders really are pretty cheesable from my experience. Most of them are pretty cheesable. Like for some of them, you could just like keep a cursor where they are, where it is, like right on the hit circle, and you'd be fine. You'd catch the slider end. Why can't this just be AR9? Because we're men. And women. We can handle this. We're grown adults. We've got this. Why am I stressed watching this? Good question. Because it's 10 billion breakpoints. So far, no one breaking down. STH being the first break. But the act is still slightly in their favor, or actually it's like pretty dead even. But it's still gonna go into New York's favorite good combo, but there goes Geeg. Once again, it's in the cards of who breaks first.
Yeah, that Yeg break later on does make Ohio the advantage holders for combo. And it's Ilya with Lukewarm versus Kilo and Bruv J. And this DT4, you can see the sliders are kind of the alt patterns that have it. It didn't say how cheesable they are, but that's going to be a Luke miss. Right down the middle of the map, that's huge score cap. So maybe around 700k is what he's going to get. Bruv J, New York. What did I just see on my screen?
And everyone broke. No FCs on the board for anybody. Now it's going to be based down to Act, but Kilo finding yet another break. It's not going to help things, but they have a 90k Act advantage, but there's no combos. STH and Lukewarm have 3-digit combos. New York just got their own combo, but everyone breaks. That's going to be yet another breakpoint. I believe that's, what, the 5th or 6th breakpoint? Yeah, 5th, yeah. 5th breakpoint in this single match. What is going on? Alt is cursed. But at this point, I think that's the last alt map in the pool, so I think we're fine. This match is crazy truth.
Matches all over the place.
Exactly.
We had a total, I believe, 4 breakpoints in this entire pool. Yeah, there's 4 breakpoints in this pool right now. Actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 breakpoints. 3 breakpoints on Ohio's picks, 2 breakpoints on New York's picks. Will the streak continue? We have gone through 4 breakpoints in a row. Will New York find a way to stop the streak? Or we're just going to keep picking for each other? It's a little bit crazy, but you know, it happens. And with this, New York is on that match point potential. 1 more point and they'll be sitting at that 5. So that will be the force of tiebreaker if that has to be the point. But Nomad 2 mechanics, I believe we're just going into a stream app now with Resurrection here. It's very, very flow aiming with 174 BPM. And when you talk about 6 stars at this stage with round of 16 SR, 6-star flow aim, low-key kind of difficult sometimes. A little bit of a W Resurrection song that we have here. We talk about short maps in this pool. This is one of the shortest maps in the pool, apart from DT2 being 1 minute and 39 seconds, and DT3 being 1 minute and 43 seconds. This is 1 minute and 49 seconds with drain time. That 1 minute and 55 seconds you're seeing on your screen. A little bit of break in the map, but the drain time is 1 minute and 49 seconds. AR 9.4 is still going to be very doable for these players to read. OD7 is the absolute scariest part of this map because that is the absolute note lock territory. You miss one note in these flow streams, you're gone. You are not getting that combo back. You are never going to see that OD ruin your note lock whatsoever. I believe all of our teams are ready and rolling. Yeah, I know Tateyama, especially looking for that bottom left player for the mechanics. Definitely keep an eye on Ayana. And Brubjay, of course, the perma lobby that has been in this matchup for pretty much the entirety of this lobby. Uncle Numbers, STH, Spectre, STH being that kind of carry player for Ohio. So a lot of his laying on this map pretty much, and STH, I believe, might be calling for an abort. That is an abort, man. You gotta call the abort, yeah. No, that's an abort, man. I don't know why you're not calling an abort.
So right now, this match is tied for New Jersey B versus Illinois B for most breakpoints. I was just counting earlier.
Still the FCs right now, but here's the XL and DXL sections as 2 breaks from Gieg and Uncle Numbers. I think STH is down the accuracy. A lot of misses in that beginning part, but the FC kind of reverse choke now for Ohio here. But STH finds a break, and now that abort, he wish he could be having it now. I don't know, Tateyama, I've been saying you got to focus on this guy at the bottom left. The accuracy, 99.87. Don't shy away from Spectre's 99.75%. Still the 2 FCs against 1. Ohio need a miracle if they want to stay in this Nomad 2, but it highly looks like not, because these 2 players on the bottom left of your
someone to join him
on fire.
We could get someone to join him in the abort, but Spectre's going to find the break, so I don't think even if STH was finding the FC, it wouldn't really matter. This map is almost over. Ayano and Brubjay still have FCs, and Gieg has a solid recovery combo. And we're getting into the last stream of the map here. And yeah, that's going to be a breakpoint finally consolidated by New York. And that is match point. 972k. So yeah, that wouldn't have mattered if STH were to FC.
Could matter a lot, you know. But the 43 misses just unfortunately just tanks his score so much.
I'm seeing Jameson crash out because he forgot cutting edge for his stream. It was like very bad quality apparently. We are seeing peak right here. First, Laren forgets that he's muted on the stream for some reason and didn't even notice the whole time. And now Jameson finally realizes why his stream was laggy. And now we await Ohio's last pick of this match. It's do or die at this point. What other choices would there be? Maybe a gamble type of map, but they don't want to pick into aim since they've already banned that. There's Nomad 5, the precision map, and there it is. Nomad 5, the hyper precision CS 8.8 AR8. Pretty short map, but it's really going to depend on who practiced this map.
Who practiced this map? I mean, Ohio won the Hard Rock too, so and vice versa, you expect them to win the other precision map.
Anything could happen.
Supersize 8.8.
The last one was alt focused. This one, however, is like a bit aim focused in a sense. But it's also like not as alty. Did I just say that? Never mind. Like, this is completely different from Hard Rock 2, basically.
I think a little bit. With the BPM 80, yeah, you're gonna have that like kind of all pattern.
Yeah, it's really slow. Also, 80 BPM.
HP1 though, you won't fail.
At least.
At least you won't
Unless
fail.
you really messed up. Are we gonna be seeing the good looks? Pretty expected rosters here. Geeking Brudge and Steven versus Suifa's STH and Ilya. Yeah, pretty good gimmick cores here. Because it's also AR8, so... Yeah, Ohio's last pick. This is do or die for them. So it's really going to come down to whether they can pull this off. How consistent they get. And this is possibly the last map of this match.
Oh my gosh. I forgot how small these circles look on stream. God
Yeah,
damn.
it's not CS8, it's 8.8. Yeah, the cursor for scale, yeah, that's massive.
Is this automatic cursor size transformation? Because if it is, then that's not enough. Okay, that's a double break into trade on Giaga's STH. And still all the FC's doubles. Oh, Giaga on a band show. We love... What is with band show this match, bro? Like, what is
not
happening?
Just this match, this weekend.
I mean, we've recently gone through a PPV work, so maybe it's just like...
Nah, there's no reason. That is not a reason why. You're funny. There's no way that it just forgets what misses are. That's the other rework. It's supposed to... And it's supposed to be for slider breaks. It's not even for misses. And it's still pretty even here, but... Oh! 2 breaks on Geek and Brudge. And now we get into this free combo section here. It's literally just a standstill reverse slider. Also, interesting fact I learned from Bless: this whole map is in the bottom of the playing field.
Yeah, we hate the second top half of this map.
Yeah, and that's gonna be another point for Ohio here.
Cool thing I learned.
It's now up to them to get a break point on New York's last pick. So it's only one way to find out what happens. We just wait and see what they pull out. 3 mouse player diff? True. Wait, tablet's better for precision, isn't it? Who cares? What I care about is seeing what New York was going to pull out now. We've still got... All the nomads are dead, so we've got Hidden 3. Okay, pretty solid. Slightly alty, so maybe another breakpoint, so maybe not that. Hard Rock 1, DT 1 and 2, and that's it. Personally, I'd be seeing them picking a DT 1 or 2 at this point. Maybe a little bit of a speed gap here.
Put DT 1 on. Let the Kilo Man work his stuff. Hard Rock 1's still available because that
we get the DT 1.
Still got the New York kind of like ability to do really good on this Kansas City maps. DT1's on the board. You can see it on the top right. The final map, final pickable map of this matchup right here. If Ohio wins this, we get to see the beloved tiebreaker of Camellia Delta.
The best song of all the tiebreakers.
Okay, who was in charge of notes and comments of this pool?
Ica, maybe?
If it's Ica, the GOAT.
He's no longer the GOAT?
What?
Why are you saying, like, who's in charge of this? You said it as if, like, it disgusted you.
I didn't say it was disgusting me.
You sounded like it was.
I was just very interested on who did it, because these are silly...
like, who did this? Who dares put this in my presence? Yeah, it's always been like this. Then again, it makes me more convinced that it was Plu who did this.
We're complaining about the mouse shift. The DT1 mouse shift might strike again. It's a 2-minute and 24-second map. It shouldn't be that bad for the mouse players. You might have enough mouse for this.
We get a break right before the last section, so you should be fine. You'll live. You'll be fine. We're gonna be seeing the good luck have funs here. Brudge, Ayana Tateyama in New York versus Spectre, Sweefiz, and STH. Pre-expected rosters here. AR 10.3, OD 9.8. So nothing too crazy for the accuracy portion of it. Pretty standard DT1 at long last. The past two were, yeah, we don't talk about those.
It's a little bit of accuracy advantage, whereas Ohio currently, it's not going to do a lot right now just because the combos might drop into these key eyes, and these far jumps on 233 BPM are kind of that mid-range for the DT1s. It's a little lower than you would expect for the DT1s, but you would usually see that 240, 250 BPM mark, but the 233 kind of makes these jumps a little bit wider than usual, and there's no breaks currently happening at this key eye. It is currently still the AC advantage for Ohio. I think there was a break on New York, but I believe there wasn't. The accuracies for Ohio are just so high that the score lead is almost at 100K.
We might be seeing the Delta tiebreaker here. But it's too early to say. We're in the halfway section, and everyone's still at seeing, but Ayano, combo gaming as he is, 94% accuracies. Now 93, holy crap. Very much lagging behind the rest of the lobby. 100K difference between him and Spectre for reference.
It's just the accuracy. That's the break that you needed. Inspector might have just thrown the whole thing away, but it's still the accuracy going to keep Ohio in a floating boat until New York comes and climbs over and destroys everything you have. Spectre with another miss. Luke with the drop, and it's why DT1 was picked, because New York's able to have that consistency. Kilo, the man that you needed to have a high accuracy performance and an FC, is putting the performance you asked for, and what an opportunity to tiebreaker could have been is turning into disaster. That's an ACH break, and New York, Brub J, Iono, Tateyama pulling it back for their team for DT1. Who cares about a low accuracy FC? Who cares if you don't have accuracy at all? It's the combo game that gets you to the end, and New York, by the skin of their teeth, Seed 1 versus Seed 16 wins this best of 11 match.
Finally. Shame we don't get to see the Delta tiebreaker, but hey, it is what it is. New York is going to be moving on to the quarterfinals against, I believe, either Michigan A or Indiana A. So that's going to be a pretty interesting match here. East Stream's still going on. That is, I believe, hold on. East Stream, Indiana B versus New York C. They are way behind. Wow. But that's also still going on.
Are you saying we can't raid E-Team? All right.
Yeah.
Put the E-Stream in the chat. We can't put E-Stream in the chat. Put in the exclamation marks. Go climb over to the E-Stream, ladies and gentlemen. Move over there.
There's more New York for those of you who want to see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the New York versus Ohio match, round of 16. As close as it could be, 6-4 with a 16 seed, bringing it that close. It was an absolute pleasure commentating with Spike in the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Exia, and that was the stream. See you guys next time, and make sure you get to go to eStream.
Don't forget, 1UTC, we're doing this again. 4 streams at once, baby.
繰り返